Hey guys, welcome to the video. Jason aka Heaton here. Normally I would turn the camera around, but I've been a little too shaky with it for these past couple recordings I've been doing today, so I'm just not going to do that. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a Cardfight Vanguard deck profile for the Kagero clan, which is going to be the Blademaster build, which I'm doing Pre-Silverdust Blaze, which comes out in September for us outside Japan, so I just thought I'd do it just also to show and explain this was the clan I started with almost a year ago. Back. Damn it, sorry guys. Back when the original Blademaster came out in that set with Link Joker and Nova Grappler, which I think was Heroic Evolution, or the Heroic Evolution. Well, anyway, this is my starter, which is Wyvern Kid Lagra. This is before we get the versions that have the added text where you pretty much draw a card. Is what all the starters share. Then all the starters will also get another skill where if your opponent is already a grade higher when you ride, when this is rode upon, you also will get a shield ticket from it. Anyway, I'm going to go to the triggers next. Obviously, you're going to play 4 heals, which is my man Dragon Monk Ginjo, which I'm not gonna be surprised if we get an alternate heal trigger, because they revealed an alternate heal trigger for OTT, which is Oracle Think Tank for Silverdust. So not gonna be surprised. And then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But anyway, then I play 6 draws, which is 2 of the red gem, and then 4 of Wyvern Strike Bari, which is the draw PG, which is perfect guard or complete guard, whatever you want to call it. Basically just stops attacks from hitting you, and that's always good. Then we play 6 critical triggers, which you always want more damage being able to be dealt to your opponent, which is Dragon Monk, Demonic Dragon Mage, Raksha, and Angry Horn Dragon, sorry, I said Thorn when I meant Horn, which I liked him just because he actually looks awesome to me, and it just makes sense for more damage to me. Those are the 16 triggers, and we're going to get to the grade 1s. Start off with 4 of Wyvern Strike Garon, pretty much one of the vital cards you need to activate Blademaster's skill, since the original Blademaster has to have Garon on the board first, along with Doha, because Doha will fetch you Garon, but I'll get to that. Pretty much Garon, when your opponent has no rear guards, he gains plus 5k. And then when he's attacked that he's boosting Doha hits, you be able to counterblast 1, draw a card, and then soul charge 1. So pretty much you get resources if the attack hits, so they kind of don't want to let that attack hit, but sometimes they have to. Then we got 4 Flame of Hope Airmo, which has been pretty standard for Kagero since he came out. Good booster, because he gives himself 3k when he boosts. So instead of just being 8 plus to whoever's attacking, it's going to be 11,000 plus. And then why he's also really good is whenever one of your opponent's rear guards retired, you can retire him, then you can draw a card and counter charge, which always good to have be able to reuse your counterblast. Then you have 2 Sobble Dragon Newt. You can always run more if you want it, but I feel 2 is a good number. And one of my main people I played with, he says 2 is not very it doesn't seem clunky, because he said he tried to play more than 2 and it felt clunky after a while, because he has the Vanguard skill when he hits draw 1, or he has his rear guard skill whenever your opponent has rear guards retired, you retire this guy and draw a card. So you can see how. Anyway, for my last 2 of the grade 1s, I run Lizard Soldier Raupia, which basically, if your opponent has rear guard retired during your turn, it's plus 5k till the end of turn. And this is in here just as an option. You could also play Red Dive Griffin, just for more just sniping out your your opponent's Guardian Circle. Or if you wanted, you could be crazy with some other techs. He might not stay in the next version, but we're going to go to the grade 2s, and I'm just going to start with the best grade 2, and that is Wyvern Strike Doha. When placed from hand, mind you, it's only placed from hand, you counterblast 1, search your deck for Guron, and you get to call Guron. And then you shuffle your deck. Okay? And then when he attacks, well, during the battle he attacks, only his attack, mind you, and your opponent has no rear guards, they cannot call normal units from their hand to the Guardian Circle, which is actually pretty amazing. And sometimes you catch your opponent without triggers in their hands, and they'll have to eat the attack. Now, my next card choice is because I do play one of the Overlords in this build, and it's just my little techiness to it, and it's Draconic Neoflame, which basically, when you have an Overlord degrade that attacks until the end of that battle, it gives 5+. But if you wanted to give it an extra critical with it, you counterblast 2 cards. So yeah, it's in here because of Overlord the Great, which I'll go over him in a sec. Then a card that's going to get power crept by another dragon, but Draconic Burnout. Pretty much is once per turn, you can counterblast 1, take one of your grade 2 or greater cards from your drop zone, and put it to the bottom of the deck, and then choose one of your opponent's rear guards to retire it. And the reason why I say that is because there's a card coming out in Silverdust Blaze that pretty much is similar to this, except it's grade 2 or less, and it gets to you a draw, which you kind of do want resources in your hand, not just in deck. So in a way, might be a way to run both of them, but with the Blademaster build, I don't see it being possible with how the deck space is going to be tight with just the future. Anyway, last grade 2 is Berserk Dragon, who just looks mean and awesome. Now, when he's placed, you counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. And if that unit is on the Vanguard, and this unit's on the Vanguard circle, draw a card. So pretty much, he's your Vanguard. When you do it, you get to draw. Okay, and then when he's on rear guard only, and he decides to attack the Vanguard, and you have more rear guards than your opponent, he gets +3. So pretty much he becomes 13 instead of just 10 when he's So, always good. Now the grade 3s. Alright, I'm going to go with the techie one first, which is I'm running 2 of Draconic Overlord the Great. Alright, now whenever he's placed onto the Vanguard circle, you get a Draconic Neoflame from your drop zone to your rear guard. So pretty much, you can just guard with the Neoflames or just pitch them for the cost of skill, and then if you skill or the PG, and then oh look, you come one of them comes right back for you, and then once per turn at the end of the battle that this guy attacked and your soul has a grade 3 in it, you counterblast 1, discard 2 cards. See what I meant by discarding earlier? Then you can stand this unit and one of those Neoflames, and then you'd subtract 1 drive because all grade 3s have twin drive, so this will become a single drive, which it's nice to have a restander and smack for you. Then this is just my little choice for this, because if you want it, you can do a more hybrid build between Drag Overlord and Blademaster without this guy, which is Shrine Bardish Dragon. Now, on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, when he is placed, you Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal Blademaster, and then add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck, and then he gets plus 5k to the end of turn. So pretty much, Shrine Bardish is on its own, is an 18 when you call him out. He's good and he's not good. He's good that he searches, but it's also kind of like he's a grade 3 searcher, but he's grade 3 himself, so it's like, eh. And he only, but like I said, this is just because I like it. It's kind of funny when you don't have the Doha, but you do need another Blademaster, and plus it just helps you get your deck, refreshed so you can just get it shuffled. Yeah, that's just me. Hey, I'm just playing weirdly. And then for the boss that I like, which his new version is going to power creep him, and I'll explain why in a sec. This is Draconic Blademaster. And his skills are both on the Vanguard Circle, which if your opponent has no rear guard, you give him plus 5k and an extra crit, which is always good. And then this is also where the two are going to differ. When this one sees that Doha and Garan are on the rear guard circle, you Soul Blast at grade 3, discard 2, then you retire all of your opponent's rear guards, and then you call a vision token to one of your rear guard circles, which this division token, it's 13,000 power, can perform a twin drive, and has 1 crit. Okay? Now, how the skill is going to differ when we get the new Blademaster, which I believe is Blademaster Soen. His skill is going to be is Soul Blast and discard 2, which basically means you can Soul Blast anything. Make the vision token first, then he checks for Doha and Garan, and then board wipe. So even if you don't have Doha or Garan and you can't board wipe, you'll at least get the vision token with that version and actually have multiple twin drives. Basically multiple Vanguards, even though at the end of turn he disappears like a vision. The token, I mean. Otherwise, that's pretty much the play style. Is make sure your opponent just can't keep a board, and and smack them good. Now with forced clans, which all 9 of these units have the imaginary gift force on them. So you can either do force 1, which gives 10k and can stack, so you can just keep just keep riding and get more power wherever, or you can go or you can go force 2, get the crit, but it's basically after the third time you ride, there's gonna be no sense to keep getting more force 2 markers because they can't stack. But it's either you're gonna deal them more pressure to make them guard, or you're gonna make your guys big as heck and make them feel like they gotta use up their hand. Otherwise, I hope I explained that well enough for you. Hope I didn't take too much of your time, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested, I was thinking about doing a test. I'm still thinking about trying to record a test game just between myself, just to show you how this works, and the other clan I'm going to do profile on works. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great creative day/night whenever you're watching. And trust me, when I get the new stuff in September, I will update this. See ya.